on the whole lockdown thing, I don't know if you saw, right? This idiot, that's what I'm going to call him, Moise Keane, who plays for Everton. Now, listen, first of all, I'm going to say he's a very young kid. He's only 20, right? And when I was 20, I did a lot of very stupid things. I still do a lot of very stupid things, but I did a lot of stupid things when I was 20. And so first of all, you got to caveat that. But to have this is what this guy did. He had a coronavirus party at his house, right? Where he had girls over and they were lap dancing and, you know, and then he filmed it. All right, he filmed it privately. This is the other thing he's going to learn, you know. When you do things privately and you're a footballer, if you don't send these things to your very closest friends, these people will push these things to the newspapers for money. And I think that's what he's learned, that what he thought was a so-called friend is not a so-called friend, and they've sent that to the newspaper. He's got a lot of stick about it. Everton have absolutely come down on him, you know, very hard and said that they're appalled by his actions. But to have a coronavirus party, I don't think some of these footballers are just quite getting the seriousness of this thing right now. This is serious. People are dying from this. You've got to be more responsible. And, you know, as I said, he's 20, right? So I don't want to come too hard on him, but that was brain dead. You know what I mean? That was absolutely foolish. And I hope he learns his lesson from this. This coronavirus thing's serious. We've seen so many footballers flouting it. We've seen Arsenal players this week. You know, Lacazette when he was getting his car cleaned. You know, we saw Xhaka and David Luiz walking out together and stuff like that. You cannot do that, right? So, you know, let's hope that kid learns his lesson, man, and gets his head down and concentrates on his football. But I couldn't believe that when I saw that. Now, Arsenal linked with centre-back today. We're getting linked to literally every centre-back who moves on the face of the earth. But we're linked with this guy today. His name is Evan Ndicka, and he plays for Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. Now, he's had a very, very good season, had a very good couple of seasons, highly rated. He's a French under-21 international, and he's only 21, valued at around about 25 million euros. I've got to always say that some of these prices, I feel, are what I'd call pre-coronavirus prices. I think that price is going to come down because the spending on those types of fees just isn't going to be there. But Arsenal taking a look at him, another one of, I mean, how many talented centre-backs do they have in France? Upamecano, this guy Saliba, you know, they're just churning them out. You know, Issa Diop, all young centre-backs that they're just churning out over there in France. But he's another one, and he's been doing good things at Eintracht Frankfurt. And Arsenal said to be interested in him, really taking a look at him. They're obviously looking for a centre-back. I think the Upamecano type figures that we've been looking at ain't going to happen because of the fee. But guys like this guy, very doable because a much lower fee and maybe something that, you know, Arsenal might investigate. But let's keep an eye over that one over the next few weeks. Of course, we're talking about all these transfers, but we still haven't even finished the season yet. We've got to get the season finished before we can even start talking about transfers.
The coronavirus has not just affected the world of football, but has affected everybody. But you know what? We can defeat it. If you're displaying any of the symptoms, always make sure that you self-isolate. I know it's a terrible time, but we will defeat the coronavirus. We will be back.